All right. Shalom, family. It's your brother Kanaiba coming at you once again with this video titled, "This Place is Truly Living Up to Its Title, Spiritual Sodom." Okay. So as you can see by the thumbnail, you should already know what this particular video is going into. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to react to a particular video I stumbled across on YouTube. Okay. And the whole situation just proves that this place is spiritual Sodom, and it's getting worse. It's getting far, far worse. Okay. To where normal people, heterosexual people, are now the outliers. Okay, we are the outsiders, so to speak. We're the ones that we're the ones that's considered not normal, while the Sodomites are becoming more normalized. Okay, they're now putting bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter, as the scriptures tell us. That's what's going on here. Okay. So I'm not going to do much talking. Okay. This is going to be a quick video, a quick hit. Okay. And you're going to truly see why America is indeed spiritual Sodom. Okay. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay.
So I can get in. What you mean, bro? I'm trying to sit down. I need you to scoot over.
Scoot over and let my brother in, bro.
This your brother right here?
Yes.
Yeah, can I not get in? I mean,
Your brother twin? Yes, bro. Scoot over.
can you scoot over? It's cold out here. We finna be.
Tripping, twin. I don't even do all that though.
You don't do all what? What did you talk about?
I don't want to sit by no dude in no wig, but y'all tripping.
It ain't just about the wig. He don't want to sit next to no damn sodomite. Okay. Point blank and period. Okay. So what's really going on? This group of young people, they're about to head to some type of gathering. I don't know, maybe it's some type of party or whatever the case may be. Okay. But the person in the front, in the driver's seat, that is the brother to the sodomite. Okay. And you got two young gentlemen in the back of the car. Okay. And then in the passenger seat in the front is a female. Okay. So the brother in the back seat, that's kind of in the middle of the back seat, he's refusing to sit next to the sodomite, which is the driver's brother. Okay, that's the whole situation that's going on right now. And, basically the two people in the front, the sodomite's brother and the young lady in the front, they're getting on him, and, they're trying to basically criticize him for not wanting to sit next to this sodomite. Okay. Now, the other brother that's in the back seat, he's not really saying anything, but I believe he's actually agreeing with the other guy in the back seat, and you're going to understand why I say that in a few minutes here. Okay, but that's what's going on. They're trying to make him feel guilty as a straight heterosexual young man. They're trying to make him feel guilty for not wanting to sit next to this sodomite. Okay, that's the situation. And again, this sodomite is, getting more and more irate because a straight man don't want to sit next to his abominable behind. Okay, he's going to get more and more irate as the video progresses. Okay, but this is an abomination. Okay, but anyway, let's get back to the video.
Sit by no dude in no wig. What is your problem? You act like I like you. You're not even all that.
That's not the point, sir. Okay. It's not about whether or not you like him or not. Okay. The whole point is the way it would look for him as a heterosexual young man to sit next to you in a car ride, you as a sodomite, a wicked, confused individual, a young man that actually wants to be a female, okay, whose sexual preference is other men. He understands how it would look for him to sit next to you in this car ride. Okay, it doesn't matter whether or not you're attracted to him. Okay, but he's using logic. He doesn't want to be caught up in it in any way, shape, or form. That's the point. Okay, but you cannot expect a sodomite to think logically. Okay, but anyway, let's continue.
She ain't gonna say nothing to you, bro. I ain't going.
I ain't even finna say nothing to you, bro. Like,
Bro, y'all tripping, bro.
let her
What?
sit in the middle. Or just let me sit in the middle, or let me sit on the other side. Like, y'all is really tripping.
It doesn't matter what side you sit on. Okay, the point is he doesn't want to be associated with it in any way. Okay, and I'm proud of this young man for standing on business. Okay, for standing his ground and not letting them convince him otherwise. Okay, because this whole situation is messy. This is complete madness. Okay, but again, this is why I say America is truly living up to its title as spiritual Sodom. Okay, we living in a time and day where heterosexual men are being shamed, okay, and criticized and demonized for not wanting to be associated with sodomites. Okay, for not wanting to be associated with homosexuals. We're being made to feel like we're villains for feeling that way as heterosexual men. This is complete madness. Okay, but let's continue.
She sit in the middle, it's still the same. If he sit in the middle, it's still the same.
Bro, we going to the same place, bro. Just scoot over, bro.
I ain't doing that.
I told y'all picking up my brother.
I hop in the other car, bro. For real.
So you really don't want to sit by me? Is that deep for you to get another car?
It's that deep.
We just driving one place and getting out.
Alright, so I hop in the other car. I don't want to do that.
They're doing too much.
You are doing way too much. You're that insecure. You're that insecure in yourself that you don't want to sit by me.
How's that being insecure?
That's insecure. That's very insecure.
I don't want to sit by.
So basically, they're going to whatever get together they're going to. They're going 2 cars deep, right? And so they're trying to hound him and pressure him into sitting next to this particular sodomite on the journey to their destination. And he's saying, you know, basically, I'm not with it, you know, and I'll go and I'll ride in the other car. OK, and the whole thing is, if this sodomite really doesn't care, as it continues to explain, if you don't care, then why are you making such a fuss about him getting out and going into another car? Okay, he gets out, he rides in the other car. Okay, now problem solved. Okay, and then the thing proceeds to call him insecure. Okay, again, trying to exude feminine energy. Okay, because again, this is a playbook that women will often come out of. Okay, it's a shaming tactic. Okay. This is what the late Kevin Samuels would always say. They go into what's known as sign language, which is an acronym. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Okay, well, this is going into the shaming tactic. They're trying to shame him into conforming to their way of thinking, as far as letting the thing sit next to him during the car ride. Okay. But anyway, let's continue with the video.
You don't even know me for one. You just judging me based off looks, like I'm finna try to send your luck or something. Really, you Dustin? You don't even have no Jordans on, no forces, no nothing. You in some slides and socks.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Okay, how he's dressed. That's not the point. Okay, again, this is more sign language. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Okay, they're trying to shame him into conforming. Okay, and again, this idiot, this sodomite says you judge me based on looks. Sir, you're a man dressed up as a woman. How else are we supposed to judge you? Okay, but anyway, let's continue with the video.
But what I'm saying is you really acting like you doing something right now. You really acting like you doing something right now.
Look, bro. You doing too much, bro. If you my partner, bro, just scoot over for my brother, bro. Just scoot over, cuz.
I just get out, bro.
What you getting out for?
Give my book back, son.
So you really finna get out? You really finna get out? Because you know what? That's cool.
You're gonna have to make some space or something.
The other car full, bro.
I can't do that 20 hours, sure.
That's cool. I really don't care what he do. I just know I'm getting in the car. Because ain't nobody finna try to bully me.
This individual had the audacity to say, ain't nobody finna bully me. Sir, you're correct in saying somebody is being bullied in this situation. But I got news for you. It ain't you. Okay? I see one person that's being ganged up on by 3 other people. Okay? And that's the young man that refuses to sit next to you. He's the one being bullied. Not you, Mr. Sodomite. Okay? You're not the victim here. You're not the one being bullied. He is. Okay? And we're going to clearly see that even more in a minute here. Okay? But it's just so funny. This sodomite keeps saying it really doesn't care. But if you don't care so much, why are you carrying on the way that you are? He said he'll get out. Okay? Problem solved. Leave him alone. Okay? But anyway, let's get back to it.
Y'all doing too much trying to do all that. Y'all ain't got to do
I ain't gonna lie to him. Ain't my car. I wouldn't. Ain't my car. I wouldn't. That was my only way.
Y'all be careful, man. For real.
Oh, so you really, I don't care. I really don't care. If it's that deep, if it's that deep, I really don't care.
God, bro, I ain't going, bro. That shit over with. I'm wrong. That shit over with.
Cause y'all really being petty for real. Cause y'all really don't want to sit by me. You causing the whole scene.
So this is the same individual that said, I really don't care. Okay, after the young brother got out the car, the sodomite proceeded to get into the white car and was saying, I really don't care, as it got into the car. Now you see the sodomite has gotten out of the car and is following this young man, still escalating the situation. Wait a minute. I thought you didn't care. Why are you still talking to him, trying to make sense of this whole thing if you don't care? Okay, you got out the car, you and your brother got out the car, and y'all are following this young man. That's why I said he's the one that's being bullied. You're not the victim. He is. He's being bullied right now for actually being normal. Okay. But anyway, let's continue.
Cause y'all doing way too much. Both of y'all really doing way too much. You gonna get in a whole nother. Neither one, man. This all good, bro.
So as we can see, the other young man that was in the back seat got out of the white car and is getting in the other car as well. That's why I said earlier in the video that the other young man that was in the back seat agreed with the young man that was kind of in the middle of the back seat. Okay, the one that's being bullied. I told you, them two was pretty much on one accord. Okay, he decided to get out because he don't want to sit next to this sodomite either. Okay, so again, these two young men, but especially the main one, they're being bullied right now. Okay, again, but the scriptures tell us, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. That's what we're seeing right now. This place is indeed spiritual Sodom. Okay, because they feel like they have a right. These sodomites have a right to basically force themselves off onto other people that are actually normal heterosexual people. They want to force their way of life to be accepted by other people. That's bullying. Okay, but anyway, let's get back to it.
Like I don't even have to go if it's that deep. Like
It's straight on God.
Jordan, I really don't have to go because ain't nobody finna be mistreating me. They got in a whole nother concert because they don't want to sit by me.
Again, I thought you didn't care. Okay, if you really don't care the way that you've been saying, then why are you so butthurt? And I use that term loosely because they don't want to sit by you if you really don't care. Make it make sense. Okay?
They don't want to sit by me because I'm gay, but what's the difference? They're going to hop in the car with y'all. They gay too, though. What's the difference?
Again, this individual is illogical. Okay? Now, granted, the two young men, they shouldn't want to be involved in this situation at all with any type of sodomite. Okay? Because, again, righteousness is really not supposed to have fellowship with unrighteousness. Okay, again, not saying that the two young men are indeed righteous, but there was a righteous act for them not to want to sit next to the sodomite. Okay, but the point being is the sodomite is being illogical because it just pointed in the car and said, "What's the difference? They getting in the car with you and you gay, sir. That's a stud." That's a female that's acting like a dude that's attracted to females. That's not the same situation. Okay? The stud is not a man that's attracted to other men. It's different. Even though the whole situation is complete and utter madness. Okay? It's still not the same as sitting next to you, sir, as a sodomite. Okay, so that was an illogical argument. All right, let's get back to it.
What's the difference? She gay too. She gay too.
Hey, bro, stop calling my brother crazy, though, bro. Like, what y'all calling my brother crazy, bro? Hey, bro, stop calling my brother crazy, though, bro. Like, what y'all calling my brother crazy, bro? What I'm saying is, bro,
They doing way too much.
How you call that your brother?
y'all doing too much.
How you call that your
Hey,
brother?
bro, I ain't gonna lie, he ain't in the wrong, though, man. If I was his brother, too, man. Hey, what if you was him, though?
If
Think
that was
about
your
it.
brother,
It wouldn't be me.
what I'm saying,
I'm just saying, though,
what
bro.
I'm saying,
Y'all
though.
tripping, bro. They really are tripping. That's why I say I don't even have to go.
What they call this?
They are really homophobic.
Oh, God, bro. Y'all gonna do my brother like that? If y'all my partner, bro, y'all the road, too, bro. God.
Twin, it's never that deep. You can ride with me for real. I'll put their ass up. What I'm saying, though, y'all ain't even got it. What I'm saying, though, twin, y'all just vibe.
You never disrespect me because what I'm saying is they're gay too.
I got you. She said, hey, you ain't got to do all that. Just calm down. Just calm down. Hey, twin, just calm down. What I'm saying, though, ain't nobody got to do this.
So now you see, now the stud is about to get out of pocket, trying to take up for the sodomite. Okay, talking about something, I'll put them out and you can ride with me. Well, why wasn't this the situation in the first place? Okay, why couldn't all the LGBTQ folk ride in one car and all the normal people ride in the white car. Why wasn't that the situation to begin with? Okay, again, these people, they try to force their lifestyle off on normal people. Okay, all the LGBTQ people could have rode in the black car to begin with. Okay, since y'all, again, birds of a feather should flock together. Okay, logically. Right? But again, the whole situation is complete and utter madness. Okay, but that was the end of that video. So now what we're going to do, we're going to get into a few verses and we're going to bring this to a close. Okay, it's not going to be a long one. It's going to be a quick hit. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so we're going to start off in the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 8. And it reads, it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Okay, so of course the children of Israel, being a spiritually dead people, they're going to be in a place that's spiritually called Sodom. That's the part I want to focus on. There's a place on this planet that's spiritually known as Sodom. Okay, and let's not leave it to suspense. This place that's known as spiritual Sodom, of course, is America. Okay, that's why we just watched this particular situation transpire in that video, because America is spiritual Sodom. It's really the only place you're going to see this type of madness. Okay, the whole situation was a circus. Okay, because again, it's getting to the point where the society feels like this particular abomination is normal and should be accepted by everybody. Okay, and that should not be the case. Okay, so from here, let's move forward. Let's get some more verses here. So this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 13. And it reads, it says, if a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Okay, meaning what? They brought this on themselves. That's what it means by their blood shall be upon them. The Sodomites brought this judgment upon themselves. Okay, so the whole situation is in violation of Torah. Again, Leviticus 20 and 13. It prohibits homosexuality. Okay, it calls that an abomination, and that's exactly what it is. It's a sin worthy of death. Okay, and of course, again, that judgment is upon them. They brought it on themselves. Okay, so now, again, let's actually go to the book of Romans and let's take a look at something here. Okay, because what you got to remember, I just did a whole series about the Bacchus. And what was I saying in that video? That America is the resurrection of ancient Rome. So America is not only spiritual Sodom, it's spiritual Rome as well. What was going on in ancient Rome that basically solidifies America as spiritual Rome? Well, let's take a look. All right. This is the book of Romans, chapter 1, and we're going to start at verse 26. And it reads, it says, for this cause God gave them up unto vile affections. Okay, vile meaning what? Filthy, despicable, things of that nature. Okay, it says, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. We saw that in the clip too. That goes into what? That stud. We saw a stud in that video, right? Okay. So in ancient Rome, even the women changed that which is natural. What's natural? A woman being with a man. Okay. They changed the natural use into that which is against nature. Okay. Two women being together is against nature. Okay. That's wrong too. Okay. So it's not only dealing with the men. Okay. Lesbianism is in violation of Torah as well. Okay. So let's move forward to the next verse. This is verse 27, and it reads, it says, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman. It says, burned in their lust one toward another. Men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. Okay. Basically, it's saying, the end of that verse is saying they get what they deserve, which lines right up with Leviticus chapter 20 and 13. It says their blood shall be upon them. Okay. They brought it on themselves, whatever judgment that may be. Okay. Now, in the ancient times, in ancient Israel, they would be put to death. Okay. But here, if you bring it up to date, whatever judgment comes upon them, they bring it on themselves. Now, what is the judgment nowadays? Typically, is some sort of STDs, chiefly AIDS. Is usually the judgment for homosexuality. Okay, and they bring that on themselves. Okay, but again, verse 27 is now on the flip side. It's dealing with the men who are homosexuals. Verse 26 was dealing with the women. Okay, and again, it talks about this being unseemly. This is something that's it should be unheard of. It's the unthinkable. Okay, it's an abomination. All right. So now let's move forward. Let's look at the next verse. So this is verse 28, and it reads, it says, and even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, okay, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. Okay, so this verse is letting us know that they never had the Most High Yahweh on their mind. Okay, because if they did, they would understand that homosexuality is wrong. It's an abomination. He's not with it. Okay, and ultimately they would change. But since they don't have him on their mind, okay, this is what the Most High Yahweh did. He gave them over to a reprobate mind. Okay, because they don't want to keep, God in their knowledge. He gave them over to a reprobate mind. What is a reprobate mind? A reprobate is basically somebody who really doesn't have any remorse for the sin that they're doing. Okay, they're fully immersed in it, and there's no hope for them. Okay, that's a reprobate. That's a reprobate mind. Okay. It says to do those things which are not convenient. Again, being a sodomite is not convenient. It's not right. Okay. All right. So from here, let's move forward. Let's actually jump down a few verses, and we're going to look at verse 32. Okay. We're going to get right to the point. Okay. Let's take a look at this. All right. So this is Romans chapter 1 and verse 32. And it reads, it says, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. So not only the person that's committing the actual sin is worthy of death, but them that have pleasure in them that do them, meaning those who may not actually commit that particular sin, but they're okay with it. Okay, they accept it. They go along with it. Okay, so that even goes for the heterosexual person that has no problem with homosexuality. Again, that's what we saw in that clip. Okay, we saw quote unquote heterosexual people like the Sodomite's brother was taken up for the Sodomite. Okay, the scripture says that he's also worthy of death. The young lady that was in the front seat is also worthy of death. Okay, so on and so forth. I even think I believe the cameraman was actually trying to make a case for the driver and the Sodomite. Okay, the two quote unquote brothers, the siblings. Okay, so we see this whole situation transpire, and again, we're reading in Romans chapter 1. It's the same situation. Okay, that's why I said that whole situation, it was madness. Okay, the Bible actually tells us about these situations, and it's an abomination. Okay, but again, this is what was going on in ancient Rome. Okay, which again solidifies why I said America is the resurrection of ancient Rome. You see the same things going on. Okay. And also, like the title of the video, America is indeed spiritual Sodom. Okay, because we know what Sodom was actually known for. Okay, it was basically it was destroyed. It was destroyed by fire for the fornication that was going on there, and the chief fornication was again homosexuality. That's what was going on in the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, right? But anyway, that's going to bring us to the end of this video. And of course, the title of this video is This Place is Truly Living Up to Its Title, Spiritual Sodom. Okay, so we went through this particular clip dealing with this madness. And of course, I gave my critique on the situation, of course, from a biblical vantage point. And of course, we went through the scriptures to just showed how to show how all of this is wrong. Okay. And to show that America is truly and indeed spiritual Sodom. Okay. And this place is only getting worse. Okay. It's to the point where the Sodomites have more rights, quote unquote, so-called rights, than normal heterosexual people. That's how bad this place has gotten. Okay, so that's why, again, we got to be delivered from this hellhole known as America. Okay, this is the most wicked place on the face of the planet, and that's why it's got to burn. Okay, it's got to be dealt with by way of fire, the same way that ancient Sodom was. Okay, so with that, and as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, which is the name of the Heavenly Father, and I do so by Hashem, which means in the name of Yahweh Shai, which is the name of the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, whom the world knows as Jesus Christ. And I want to thank all you brothers and sisters for tuning in. I hope this video was informative and edifying. And until next time, Shalom, family.